Good evening, wrestling fans, and we're ready to kick off the Morgan County Triple Duel here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Rob Hastings, Jason Holden, and we're underway. Our first match is 120. Cale Croissant, ranked 15th on the 2A side, and he's in on a shot on Luis Almora from Fort Morgan. A double leg, lifts him up high, dumps him down, and gets a 2-point takedown. And they work to the near side. Croissant was working at 2-on-1. Now come back with a tight waist near arm, and they come out of bounds. 58 seconds gone already in the first period. We missed a little bit, but not a lot of action there in the early seconds, and we're ready to go here. Croissant in on the right side, moves to the left with a tight waist, stand up by Almora. That Croissant brings him down. Now he'll try to heel trip him. Almora turns, faces, right at the edge, and Croissant goes down to double leg, sets Almora on his hip, and maintains control. Fort Morgan in a black singlet with kind of a belt around the white belt and some white trim there. Croissant with a cradle, but he'll be out of bounds. Way too close to the edge. There's Wiggins Tigers. Singlet black on the back, front sides white stripe, orange stripe, and some black stripes. Working on the beat digger mat under the mat light. We're back underway. 30 seconds left. And Croissant brings Luis Almora down here at 120 pounds. Our first match in this triple duel. We'll have 7 matches in the next 2 duels. And there's, nice little cross-face, little Turk there by Croissant. He's going to pick up a couple of back points in the near fall. And Almora trying to stand up. Croissant with a 2-on-1. Brings him back down. Back to the left side. And we'll go to the second period, 4-0 for Croissant. Fort Morgan's choice. They'll go on their feet. There's a little wrist tying. There's a low single leg. Nice little shot there by Croissant. Going to stay with it. Gets a waist pry. Almora gets caught. Kind of sitting down. He's got to bail out. And Croissant will have another takedown. Go up 6-0. He's got a grapevine now. Just a tight waist. Keeps Almora broken down. Kind of steps through the leg, kind of that scissor circle with the pick and step look like the beat diggers use, but he gives up on that. Gets back in a little better riding position. Does a 1-on-1 now, an elbow in the back of the head. Quick stand up by Almora. And Croissant gets a 2-on-1 and trips him back down. Croissant trying to run an arm bar. He's got it in there pretty good. Got that wing in there. Almora, now he's stacked up with a double arm bar. Trying to kick out of there. And he gets back to his base, but Croissant's going to pick up 2 near fall points. And Almora, Croissant's just going to push Almora away, make it 8-1. 25 seconds left. Low single by Croissant, a nice quick takedown. Croissant will go up 10-0. This is Cale Croissant. Now here comes a half Nelson by Croissant, way out there with it, but over he goes. And that's got that half in there, and it looked like a pin from here. Here comes the half from the other side. Cranking it by Croissant and saved by the bell. There's a 3-point near fall for Croissant. It'd be up 13-1. They'll go neutral in the third period. Croissant works, feints his shot. They go to their knees. Elmora in the under position. Oh, a little front headlock right. He's back, and there's pin for Croissant. That rolling headlock. And a big pin win for Wiggins. It comes 17 seconds into the fourth period. It's 4:17 pin. Is that right, Jason?
That's correct.
Get lucky once in a while, so we'll get Wiggins a 6-0 team lead.
And from Morgan, Porfirio Del Campo.
You got this one, Jason?
We're going to go right into the 126-pound match. Cameron Holm of Wiggins against Porfirio Del Campo from Fort Morgan. Cameron Holm. Thought he was ranked, but I didn't see him on there. He's got an early takedown, though. Picks up a 2-point lead. Got a crossface, shoving a cradle in there. Has it locked up. Pulling Del Campo straight back, and he's going to pick up near fall points here. Has it pretty tight over on the edge of the mat. Oh, Del Campo's going to roll through it and out of bounds, but not before Cameron Holm picks up 2 near fall points. So Holm leads the match 4-0. Holm going to give Del Campo a free escape. And up comes Del Campo for the escape. Cameron Holm tries to chase after him and tackle him, but Del Campo blocks that. 4-1 now the score. Del Campo pops the head, goes in for a double leg takedown, gets caught in a front headlock and backs out of that. Now Cameron Holm in on a single leg right down on the ankle. Del Campo trying to stand back up with it. Now Cameron Holm switches to a double leg, jumps over to the other side and spins around behind for the 2-point takedown. He goes up 6-1 in the match. Cameron Holm looked like he was running a power half. Now Del Campo stands up. Cameron Holm dumps him back down. 30 seconds left in the first period. Cameron Holm leads 6-1. Now Cameron Holm had an arm bar. Del Campo limp arms out of that. Cameron Holm with a scissor circle on the ankle. Head has a half in there. Ended up putting both hands on the head on that. And gets called for a penalty point for a full Nelson. It's going to make the score 6-2 in favor of Cameron Holm with 2 seconds left in the first period. Well, first Cameron Holm's choice. He's going to defer to Del Campo. Del Campo chooses neutral. Del Campo, a few head taps, tries that double leg again on the head tap. Good sprawl by Cameron Holm though. Now the wrestlers tie up ear to ear. Del Campo breaks apart from that. Tries a single leg this time. He's in on it. But a good sprawl by Cameron Holm. Cameron Holm trying to get underneath with a quarter Nelson. Putting Cameron Holm over on his shoulder. No points yet. Now Holm tries to shuck him by and Del Campo grabs the other leg. Cross face by Cameron Holm. Picks up on the ankle. That goes nowhere. And now the referee's going to give Cameron Holm a 2-point takedown even though he still has that leg. half from the other side, has that leg clamped on the one side, and Del Campo's going to roll through it and end up on top and get the reversal. Cameron Holmes stands up with it and faces Del Campo. Pick up an escape point and go up 9-4. .21 seconds left in the second period. Wrestlers in the neutral position. There's a shot by Del Campo. A good sprawl by Holm. He backs out of it. 5 seconds left in the second period. Run out of time in the second period. Cameron Holm leads the match 9-4. Third period, Cameron Holm's choice. He chooses down. Sit out on the whistle by Cameron Holm. Comes through. Del Campo puts a leg in a grapevine with that right leg. Cameron Holm tripods up and breaks that hold. Del Campo hanging on to an ankle. Not going anywhere with it, but he busts Holm down for a second, puts in a half. Looks like he's got a full Nelson on, but the ref missed it.
Yeah, he's on the wrong side there.
A sit out by Holm. He faces Del Campo, going to stand up for the escape. He goes up 10-4 now with 1:17 left as they go out of bounds. The wrestlers on their feet again here at the end of the third period. Cameron Holm, good wrist control, drops down to an ankle. On his knees, he needs to pick that up, and there he picks it up. Trying to trip Del Campo down. The ref's going to call him out of bounds before any points are awarded. Oh, both wrestlers shot on the whistle. Cameron Holm gets underneath Del Campo, though. Has a leg. Del Campo has a hold of Cameron Holm's ankle, and Holm going to spin around behind, pick up another 2 points for a takedown. Goes up 12-4 with 35 seconds left here in the third period. Del Campo over on a hip now. Del Campo flattened out on his belly. Cameron Holm out to the side, running a half. And a good wing by Del Campo, and he gets rid of the half, just about comes around behind, but Cameron Holm ends up back on top. 5 seconds now left in the third period, and Cameron Holm's going to win the match by a score of 12-4.
Okay, 2 victories for Wiggins. Let's take a short time out. We'll be back with more on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. We're up to 132 pounds. Logan Goddard for Wiggins, going against Seth Allman. And Allman in on a takedown, but right to his feet. And there's a takedown by Ailman. Puts on a 2-on-1. They had a tilt, but they scramble out of bounds.
Pressure forward. Come on, Peach.
Goddard set on the bottom. Ailman in on the left side. He'll grab an ankle. And they work over and right in front of the scorer's table, and they're out of bounds. Getting reset. 26 seconds gone. First period. He'll grab the ankle. Now standing up is Goddard. And gets tripped back down. It's like a Hellman trying to set up a tilt. It's got the 2-on-1. That little cheap tilt look, but Goddard's tall and lanky. He's hard to turn over. There's a 1 count, or 2. Gets his elbow underneath him and gets a long ways away from the mat. Gave up the 2 count. Bowman trying to work that tilt. Get it reinforced underneath.
Around the head.
Okay. Let's go of that. Trying to work the arm bar off of that now. Far wrist. Arm's in there, but he's got to get teed out. He's got his legs tied up. He's got to hook the calf of Allman with his toe, and he can't get out to the side. They get the 2-point near fall awarded to Seth Ailman. He's still working from the top inside of 18 seconds. First period. They work the far side. Ailman in control. They'll be out of bounds. Spike Reynolds over checking with the scores.
7 seconds.
Well, his score girls got the iPad going with the stats. Get a caution on the start on Seth Ailman. Now we're set. Grab an ankle. Tight waist for a moment. Works up. And we'll head to the second period. 4-0 for the Fort Morgan wrestler. Coach Sam Romero over there giving instructions. And the Wiggins wrestler take down. It's Logan Goddard. Ailman in on the right side this time. Had the leg for a minute, broke him down. Ailman busts Goddard forward right here in front of us. So he's trying to kick the feet, and then they'll be out of bounds.
Okay.
1:43 second period. Ailman in on the right side. He'll grab the ankle in a tight waist. Busts Goddard forward. Lifts that ankle high. He needs to get off the ankle. He'll get a stalling. Now he gets under the chest. Grab the far arm. That didn't do anything. A little cross face. Looks like he's trying to put a cradle in there. Goddard's tall. Gets up on his knees and crawls out of bounds. Have to restart. 1:17 on the clock, second period. Logan Goddard set. Ailman in on the left side. He'll grab that right ankle. Working to the edge. Ankle in a tight waist.
Drag him in, Peach.
Got a little scissor circle. Grab the far ankle. Break him down right in front of the Wiggins bench. And they'll be out of bounds with 53 seconds, second period. And Goddard will set again. Seth Ailman in on the right side. Reach over, grab that left ankle. Pulls it up high, traps it with his thigh. And working the wrists. And we're going to get a stalling warning on Seth Ailman. And Ailman's going to give the free escape to Goddard. It'll be the first point of the second period. And there's Ailman in on a shot. Goddard a big sprawl, trying to grab an ankle. Ailman hanging on to a single leg and staying with it. And Goddard's going to have to bail out. There's a 2-point takedown going Fort Morgan's way. And then out with the leg scissor and overhook. And Goddard finally gets to his base, fights that off. Looked like he's going to get tilted there for a moment, but Ailman had his leg in there, lost all his leverage. So now he's working the ankle, and we go to the third period. 8-1 for Seth Ailman.
6-1. I've
Oh,
got.
6. Oh, I got the little bar up there. I gotta look behind us here. Excuse me, 6.
Thought maybe
I was
missed
looking
a
at my
couple-
numbers and I'm like, no, I only see 6.
I thought maybe I missed a couple points somewhere.
Yeah, there's a shot by Ailman. Gets caught with a front hook, underhook. Now he shoots in that under position. Goddard trying to sprawl back. Got a little underhook there. Reaches over the top, grabs an ankle, and will get a stalemate. That little guard over the scoreboard kind of messes with the numbers a little bit. We got great seats here at Matt's side. They go forehead to forehead here. 125 and counting. In the third period, there's Ailman with a shot. Ailman pushes his head down. They come right back. Ailman with a shot again. Gets caught in the under position. And Goddard trying to spin around behind. Ailman will hook a knee. With Goddard with a cross face and an ankle. Lifts the ankle up, but Ailman hanging on to that single leg tight. As we hit 1 minute and counting. And Goddard a little high. I'm not sure Ailman is still down on the knee. Going to switch off to the right knee. Ailman over the top. Hitting the cross face, and we're going to get the stalemate. Still 1-6. 40 seconds and counting. We go forehead to forehead. There's Ailman with a shot and on a single leg again. Goddard will stretch him out, work that ankle with the crossface. Ailman hangs on to that single leg tight. Goddard with the crossface and the near ankle, trying to spin around behind. And Ailman somehow fighting that off. Now Goddard will get around behind and get him down. And now Goddard with a 2-on-1. Ailman trying to get in a sit-out position. Goddard will move up high, grab the chin, but going to run out of time. So it'll be 6-3 victory for the Fort Morgan Mustang. Stick 30 seconds on 1010, KSIR, and
Next
KSIR.com.
up, Matt at 138. From Wiggins, Brandon Wilson. Against Sterling Sharp from Fort Morgan.
Are you kidding me? Sterling Sharp?
Yeah. Welcome back to Brush as we move up to 138 pounds in the duel between Fort Morgan and Wiggins. Fort Morgan Sterling Sharp just got a takedown against Brendan Wilson of Wiggins. Wilson stands up, gets an escape, so it's a 2-1 score in favor of Sterling Sharp over Brendan Wilson at 138 pounds. Wrestlers in the neutral position. Good duck under to a single leg by Sterling Sharp. He's trying to spin around behind and pick up the takedown. He's just about there, but Wilson grabbed the leg on the way by. And there's 2 points for Sterling Sharp as he goes up 4-1 now. Stand up by Brendan Wilson. Sharp pulls him right back down to the mat. Flattens Wilson out on his belly. Putting good shoulder pressure into Wilson. Wilson can't push back and get to his base. There he comes up to his base as Sharp tries a side drag, grabs an arm. He's got a arm bar in there, but Wilson up on his knees. Now sit out by Wilson. He just about got pulled back to his back, and he sits through and comes back to his belly. Now hammerlock by Sharp, switches off to a crossface, now goes to a half. Up on a power half as Brendan Wilson makes it up to his feet, and Sterling Sharp's just going to run him out of bounds. 10 seconds left in the first period. Sterling Sharp leads 4-1. Wilson gets set on the bottom. Sterling Sharp on from the left side. Quick sit out by Wilson. Sterling Sharp follows him around behind, grabs an arm, gets a 2-on-1. We'll go to the second period. Sterling Sharp from Fort Morgan leads the match 4-1. Sharp's choice here in the second period. He chooses down. Stand up by Sharp. Wilson tries to follow and pull him down. But Sharp's going to face him and get the escape. Goes up 5-1 in the match now. Sterling Sharp in on a single leg. Good cross face by Wilson, but Sharp just pulls him, picks him up, puts him down to the mat, and puts a half on the way down. But Wilson rolls through that, so he's just going to pick up the takedown and goes up 7-1 in the match. So again, Wilson stands up. Sterling Sharp's going to push him away, give him the escape. The wrestlers will be in the neutral position. 7-2 the score in favor of Fort Morgan Sterling Sharp. He's in on another double leg. Picks him up, dumps him over, just about goes to that half again. Pick up 2 points on the takedown. He's up 9-2 now, with 55 seconds left in the second period. Sterling Sharp with wrist control underneath. Wilson makes his way up to his feet, or up to his knees, and Sharp bumps him back down, still with the wrist control underneath. Has a half on with a wrist out to the side running it, and Wilson busts that. Wilson back up to his knees. Head on the mat though, and he leaves his arm hanging there. Sterling Sharp puts an arm bar on. The ref should be in better position looking at that arm bar.
That's just what I was thinking, finally. Yeah.
The ref gets around to where he could see it. He stopped the match. And that arm torqued up there pretty high. 13 seconds left in the second period. Sterling Sharp in the lead, 9-2. He's in the top position. Stand here, Wilson. Sterling Sharp pulls him back down to the mat. Tripod by Wilson. And forward pressure by Sterling Sharp puts him back down to the mat as we run out of time here in the second period. We'll go to the third period. Wilson's choice. He chooses bottom here in the third period. 3 matches in the books. We started at 120 pounds with the matches. Kel Crosent got a pin in the third period. Went up 6-0. Cameron Holm won a 12-4 decision. And Wiggins went up 10-0. And then Seth Elman won a 6-3 decision and picked up 3 team points for Fort Morgan. And Wiggins leads right now 10-3. Minute 35 left here. Wilson just grabs an arm that's draped over the top and pulls it under. Now, Sterling Sharp gets it back, shoves the head under and rolls Wilson through, and somehow he picked up 2 near fall points out of that.
Kind of tucked his head under there and got caught on his back.
Sterling Sharp out to the side with another half. Oh, Wilson limp arms out of that. Sterling Sharp comes back around behind. Now he's going for a near side cradle. He has it hooked up and has Wilson over on his back. Wilson trying to grab a leg and fight it off. Now he's really fighting off his back. Looks pinned from here.
Yeah, he's pretty flat.
Oh, and Wilson's going to roll through and grab Sterling Sharp's head. And not before Sterling rolls through with it, stand up and going to give Wilson the escape. Sterling Sharp takes down Wilson again. We're at 16-3 in favor of Sterling Sharp over Brennan Wilson with 5 seconds left. Needs a couple of points here to get the tech ball, and we're going to run out of time just as he rolled Wilson over onto his back. So Sterling Sharp's going to pick up the major decision by a score of 16-3.
Okay, next up, Doran as he takes on J.J. Bomia. Is that how you say that?
Bomia.
Bomia. That's what they're saying up front. And I thought they were ready to go. Wiggins wrestlers ready to go. How about MMI International? When buying a mixer or feeder truck, nothing compares to MMI design, craftsmanship, or service. Your operation deserves the best. MMI continually outperforms, hands down. Call them at 842-5161. Okay, J.J. Bomai, wrestling for the Mustangs. He tries a little arm drag, and now he picks up a single leg, drags Doran back, trips him down, and there's a takedown for Bomai. And go around in a circle. Bomai picks him up, dumps him down again. Bomai gets a little better riding position. What he's got underneath there, he's just got around the waist, grabs a far arm, maintaining control. Now he gets cross face going, tripoding up his Doran, but he can't get away. Bomai throws a near the cradle on the left side, or cradle, sorry, tight waist on the left side, and that left arm underneath with the 2-on-1, now the 1-on-1. Bomai working from the top, and he's staying with that 2-on-1. Now he'll break Doran down for a moment. Bomai should have put a half in there for a moment. Now Doran stands up. He gets dumped down again by Bomai. Bomai with a cross face, traps the far elbow, and Doran trying to work out of there. Pulls the arm over the top, runs away, and gets the escape. A couple of head taps there look pretty hard. Scramble around and break apart. A big 360 on their feet there. They come back in the 10-foot circle and tie up ear to ear. Kind of a loose tie up. There's Doran with a shot. Going to get underneath, gets caught. Kind of a loose front headlock, goes for the double leg and drives him to the edge, but they're out of bounds. Wiggins still leading the duel 10-7. That major decision at 138 for the Mustangs. Okay, we'll go Doran on the bottom here in the second period. Caution on the start on J.J. Bomai. Okay, now we're set. Bomai in on the left side. Doran trying to hit a switch and get out of there. Bomai comes around, maintains control. Works the arm. There's a little switch temp, and coming up on top is Doran. He gets cross face in there. Bomai kind of hipping back into him. Gets Doran setting down, and Doran's got a headlock and a leg in. Kind of turked Bomai over, but Bomai pulls that elbow high and hips into him. Now Doran had the leg in there for a minute. Then he throws Bomai to his back, but Bomai just kind of bridges up, comes up on top. But now on his back is Doran going for the pin. He's got Bomai down for the pin. Wild scramble there. It's hard to keep up with, but that's a 2-minute 48-second pin. Is that right?
That's correct.
2:48. Earned a count already. For that goes towards the Wiggins Tigers. Makes it 16-7 on the scoreboard. Bomai is really athletic, but got caught on his back. Okay, we got a couple of opens here, so let's take 30 seconds and we'll be back on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.
Against Caleb Bell from Fort Morgan.
Welcome back to Brush as we get a couple of forfeits by Wiggins. So Fort Morgan picks up 12 team points and goes up 19-16 in the duel as we move on to 170 pounds. Dylan Donahue ranked number 10 from Wiggins against Caleb Bell, ranked number 11 at 4A. And Caleb Bell in on a single leg pretty quick. Only match against these two teams where there's both wrestlers ranked. Caleb Bell still with that single leg, dumps Donahue down to his hip, has a claw in there with a leg, trying to put Donahue over on his back. He's close to picking up points, and Donahue rolls through before we get any near fall points. But Caleb Bell leads it 2-0 with the takedown. Caleb Bell with looks like two wrists out there. Now he switches over to a cross face, reaches underneath, running the head with a barbed wire. Has Donahue on his back, picking up near fall points here. Donahue fighting for his life down there. That looks pretty tight. Donahue bridging up. Caleb Bell in good position.
Far side shoulder must be up just a shade.
Yeah, we can't see that one. We can see this near one, and it's sure flat. But Donahue now trying to roll through it, and he's going to. Well, Caleb Bell switches side, puts a claw on with it, and putting his weight back on him, trying to pick up a leg now, trying to Donahue to give up on the bridge. 5 seconds left, and Donahue's going to roll over to his belly, and we'll end up going to the second period with Caleb Bell leading 5-0 over Dylan Donahue.
Mustangs lead the duel 19-16 at this point.
Donahue's choice. He chooses neutral here in the second period. Caleb Bell in on another single leg. Good sprawl by Donahue, but Caleb Bell keeps a hold of it, comes up to his feet, still a hold of that. And Donahue's going to break that back away from Bell. Another single leg by Bell puts Donahue just about over on his back again. He picks up the takedown with it. Has that crossface, look like he's trying that barbed wire again. Donahue over on his back again. He's switching to a reverse half. There's better position for him. Donahue's pretty close to a pin now. Donahue really fighting off of his back, bridging and scissoring through. Oh, I think it's about done now. And there's the pin for Caleb Bell. 3 minutes and 4 seconds.
Okay, next up we'll get a forfeit, so let's take another quick timeout on 1010, KSIR, and KSIR.com. Welcome back. Step up to 195 pounds. Excuse me, Dylan McBride picked up the forfeit at 182. Now Adolphus Grindle's set to go against James Hoeknadel. Get him checked in. Hoeknadel for the Mustangs. Adolphus Grindle for the Tigers. A little underhook by Hoeknadel. There's a circle. Kind of giving each other the evil eyes. Adolphus Grindle. Now they go forehead to forehead, work their way back in a 10-foot circle under that bright matte light. A little pummeling for inside control. Grindle trying to get a front headlock and pop Hoeknadel down. Right here at the edge. Now Hoeknadel locks up a bear hug. He thinks better of that. He'll adjust his headgear as they break apart. Grindle backing away. Hoeknadel pushing into Grindle. Hooknall dropped down to a single leg. Lost it for a moment. Good sprawl again as Hooknall staying underneath. Now he's just driving it. Grindle throws him over the top and still no takedown. Now Grindle out to the side, has a near side cradle locked up. Throws Hooknall over at his hip, but he still don't have a takedown, I don't think. And Hooknall trying to get out of this pickle and still doesn't have the takedown for Grindle, even though Hooknall is locked up in the cradle. Hooknall trying to pop out of that, and he will, and he'll get the takedown. Now Hooknall going for the pin. And there is the pin for Hooknall. That was kind of a strange match with that cradle locked up, but Grindle just couldn't get the control enough for the referee to get the takedown. So that's a 140 pin for James Hooknall.
220 pounds. David Nance of Wiggins going up against number 1 ranked Alex Mai from Fort Morgan.
$37.16 Mustangs now.
There's a lot of meat out there, 220 pounds. Alex Mai really quick for a 220 pounder. Oh, we're not ready to go yet.
Yeah, we had 13.3 seconds on the clock when I looked up.
Alex Mai just about had a headlock locked up. Alex Mai in on a single leg. Now he got a bear hug with Nance. Throws Nance through. Nance going to come out on top, but
good scramble there by Mai.
Yeah, Mai comes back up and faces him, still in that bear hug position.
These guys are both for 220 pounds. Not that tall, but
they're big.
They're solid.
They tie up inside, pummeling for that control. Double underhook by David Nance.
Don't have any ages or grades on these wrestlers, but I think maybe I do on mine.
I believe Alex Mai is a senior.
Yeah, he is a senior.
Alex Mai on a single leg, dumps Nance down to his hip, has an arm with it. He gets a takedown, has a hammerlock hooked up. Oh, and Nance going to turn into him and get the reversal on Alex Mai.
Nance looks really young in the face, but it's hard to tell. He's
strong. Oh, and a reversal by Alex Mai. So right at the edge of the mat, we're going to go back to the center circle with 30 seconds left. Alex Mai in the lead, 4-2.
This is the last match of this duel.
Alex Mai with a side drag. Wrist control now underneath. He's looking for an arm bar. He steps over. Has his forehead in the back of Nance's neck. Picks up an arm bar. Looks like he has a wrist on the other side. Nance really fighting that. It's not going anywhere. Oh, and now he throws in a half with that arm bar. And David Nance going to be able to ride out the period. Down 4-2 to Alex Mai going into the second period. Alex Mai's choice, he defers to Nance. Nance chooses neutral. Now, single leg shot, double leg now by Alex Mai. Picks Nance up, throws him down. Puts an arm bar in, has it reinforced with the wrist. Running it over the shoulder of David Nance. Nance must be pretty strong because he's able to hold his own, and we're going to get a potentially dangerous on that.
About time. It looks like the way they do it in college. Usually don't let them go that far with that arm out there in high school.
Yeah.
They've got a little injury time here, it looks like.
Must have some blood.
It's got a little blood going there. If you just tuned in, it's Mustangs are ahead 37-16 in this first duel. as we're putting right along. And that didn't take long to clean him up.
Wipe his face, shove a cotton ball in, and we're ready to go. David Nance set on the bottom again. Alex Mayon from the left side. Good sit out real quick by David Nance. Another sit out, but Alex May follows him around. Alex May again trying for that power half. Looks like he's got it locked up this time, and he rolls. Oh, David Nance over. Now Nance on his back fighting for his life, trying to roll through this. Alex May with a lot of shoulder pressure in, but David Nance fighting hard.
Uh-oh.
Good position by Alex May, and there's the pin. 2 minutes, 56 seconds into the match.
But that was a nice battle. That was a great battle for the Wiggins Tiger. You could expect a lot from him if you see any battle out here against number 1 4A wrestler.
Next up at heavyweight,
Okay, we got 1 forfeit to go here.
Toby McBride.
So with that 6 points and the forfeit, Fort Morgan's going to win this duel by a score of 49-16. And we'll go to the next duel here pretty soon against Brush and Wiggins.
Not sure how long. I'll have to bring the Beat Diggers in, so maybe we can take a 1 minute timeout. We'll come back and wrap up this duel on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. And welcome back to Brush here for the Morgan County Triple Duel. Fort Morgan Mustangs come out on top of Wiggins Tigers 49-16. No wrestlers at 106 or 113 for either team. So we kicked it off at 120 pounds. Cale Croissant with a victory by fall at 417 over Luis Almora. And Wiggins drew first blood. Then Cameron Holm in the second match at 126 picks up a 12-4 major decision over Del Campo from Fort Morgan. Then we went to 132. Fort Morgan's Seth Ailman with a 6-3 victory over Logan Goddard. And at 138, it was Sterling Sharp of Fort Morgan over Brendan Wilson, 16-3 for another major decision for the Mustangs this time. And at 145, it was Joe Doran with a pin over J.J. Bomaya at 248 of the match. Then Wiggins Tigers gave up forfeits at 152 to Gerardo Miranda from Fort Morgan. And at 160 to Francisco Ochoa of Fort Morgan. And at 170, Dylan Donahue and Caleb Bell went at it with Bell from Fort Morgan with a 304 pin. And at 182, Wiggins gave up a forfeit to Dylan McBride of Fort Morgan. Then at 195, it was James Hochnoddle going against Dolphus Grindle, and it was Hochnoddle with a 140 pin. Then at 220, Alex May, number 1 in the state, 4A, with a 256 pin over David Nance of Wiggins. No heavyweight for the Tigers, so Toby McBride, also ranked number 1 in the state, returning state champ, picks up the forfeit win, and the Mustangs win the duel 49-16. Beat Diggers made their way out here, so let's take another short break, and we'll be back with the Beat Diggers against the Wiggins Tigers here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.